out there ever wanted to know what Howdy Doody looked like with a sour look on his face, without a smile, with blood running down? Why, it's something that would make Buffalo Bob puke. You're going to have a chance to see that in just a short time. So stay tuned. Stay tuned, for the Funker will show you how to handle that boy.
Fans, here we go. We've been waiting for it all night. It is Rumble 2. Chris Cruz and John Arezzi here at ringside. John, we are seeing Terry Funk.
I'm very excited, Chris. I can't wait. I can't contain my enthusiasm over this one. This is going to be great. And Terry already starting with the fans at ringside.
And I don't know that I've seen Bob Backlund in what, 5 years maybe?
He did one match not too long ago in June, and it was a 2-minute or 3-minute counter against Ivan Koloff. But this is going to be a true test for him. Terry Funk, and of course, this is Terry's first match back from his back injury as well.
A lot of people are going to be seeing if Terry can operate as well he's always been able to operate.
Here he comes already. Right above us, going after photographers at ringside. And he's chasing one of the Japanese photographers as Bob Backlund makes his way into the ring. Oh, this is going to be great. Now he's choking the ring announcer, one of the ring announcers.
Funk is out of it.
Yes.
All right, just so long as he stays away from us.
Yeah. Well, he's your former broadcast partner. I'm sure he's going to... He just totally whacked the other ring announcer as he makes a hasty retreat. Throws him out of the ring.
I think not hasty enough, John.
I know. Looks
like he was about to stand up to Terry Funk, and that's a mistake.
What a maniacal look.
All right, Backlund has been up in the stands. Is just spit into the camera lens. John, we talked earlier in the night about the contrast in styles. Terry Funk, a real brawler. Bob Backlund can be a very technically proficient wrestler, but he can brawl as well.
Yes, he can, and he proved that many years as champion for the World Wrestling Federation.
And he looks as good as he has ever looked. It's been, as we talked about a 5 or a 6 year layoff for this guy. And he doesn't look like he has aged a day.
He looks great. He really does. And Terry now going out to the outside of the ring again. I can't wait for these guys to tie up. I know this match is going to go in and out of the ring.
Backlund is going to be outside the ring if Funk has anything to say about it. And our cameramen are going to have to be following as the camera people go flying. We can't move anywhere, John.
I feel if I could fit under the table right now, this is where I would go, because I don't want this guy near me.
The menacing Funk is making his way, putting a bad mouth on a young professional photographer.
There's such a conflict right here, Chris. Terry Funk intimidating all the fans, and Backlund still shaking hands with the fans. Backlund wanting to be near the fans, Funk chasing them away. Pushing referee Scott Dickinson now.
Backlund a few moments ago was smiling. I think he's been looking forward to this. Wait a minute. Here comes again. There's one particular Japanese wrestler that he just hates.
He's going into the crowd after him.
This is crazy.
I think we're headed for a match of the year candidate here tonight.
I don't doubt it. If we can ever get any action started in the ring, Funk is everywhere.
Yeah. He's finally climbing back up on the ring apron now, attempting to go into the ring.
Please stay clear of the ring. Please stay clear of the ring.
All right.
Now Backlund goes outside the ring and going up to the fans.
He's saying hello to a young fan.
He loves the kids. Backlund always loved the kids.
Look at the menacing look on the face of Terry Funk. All right, now Backlund's getting right back in the ring. And Funk is going right back out.
I think the young fan was very scared at ringside of Terry. And now Terry's going over to that fan, patting the youngster on the head. But I think Backlund went out there to console the child.
I think Funk might have been offended that Backlund would intimate that he would attack a kid.
Looks like they're ready to tie up.
Fans, if you're watching us on television, I thank you for tuning in. Chris Cruz, John Arezzi here at ringside at the Camden County Community College in Blackwood, New Jersey for Bob Backlund against Terry Funk. The battle of the legends, the battle of the champions. And I really wish you were here at ringside along with myself and John Arezzi.
Well, this is a historic wrestling match here. I talked to Bob Backlund about a week ago discussing this match, and he wants to get back into wrestling on a full-time basis. And there goes Terry outside the ring onto a table outside.
Oh, look out!
The entire PA system falls down as Terry slides off the table, and that makes him even more angry as he starts throwing chairs inside the ring.
Backlund is doing all he can to protect the fans and the referee from Funk. I don't think he even cares about himself anymore. As Funk goes for the cameraman. He's punching the cameraman in the gut. This is detestable. I can't believe this. The cameraman raises his arm. He says, I'm okay. I'm going to hang on. All right.
You got to give him a lot of guts. He's shooting a match like this on the ring apron. Very dangerous. Oh, what a chop to the chest. And Backlund just looks at Funk.
That's a massive chest there of Backlund. If Funk wants to put any hurting on this champion, he's going to have to do a lot more than slap him around. That got Backlund's attention, but that is just about it.
Yeah.
All right, the smile off the face now of Bob Backlund. The collar and elbow tie-up. And Funk, again, Bob's backs Backlund up. Into the ropes, another slap. And again, Backlund says, you got my attention, but you didn't hurt me. He looks down at his chest. Kind of shakes it off. Well, John, it took a while, but we're finally in the ring for some action.
Yeah, it's going to be a great contest, and the fans have certainly seen some excitement already as Terry misses a roundhouse punch, falls outside the ring again, hangs onto the ropes. Terry getting more and more frustrated and now he's trying to shake hands with Backlund.
I think Backlund is really, at this point, letting Funk set the tone of this match.
Yeah.
Backlund, as you know, John, can brawl. He really can. He likes to wrestle technically. This is a very powerful standing side headlock. But I don't think Terry Funk's going to have any bit of technical wrestling. And you know as well that Terry can be a great technical wrestler.
Yeah, they're both world champions.
Yeah.
Both world champions side of the ring. And
well, they've both been wrestling close to 20 years.
Yes.
And over those 20 years, how many thousands of wrestlers have there been who have been in and out of this sport and have come nowhere near the top of this profession? I don't think it could get too much greater than Bob Backlund and Terry Funk.
You're talking about a former World Wrestling Federation champion and a former NWA champion. Both of these guys. This is a dream match for a lot of fans here. Just seeing these two guys in the ring, it's a dream match.
It's no secret that Bob Backlund still suffers some bitterness from the way he was deposed.
Yes.
He wasn't beaten, as you know, as World Wrestling Federation champion. Arnold Skaaland threw in the towel, but he wasn't beaten.
Terry now goes over the top rope again and lands on the ring apron.
And Backlund...
I'm sorry.
No, please go ahead, John. If we're going to step on each other verbally, the fans are going to have to understand the excitement level here in Blackwood, New Jersey, here at Rumble 2 is just astounding.
Yes. Beautiful side headlock now. Backlund applying once again to Terry Funk.
We've seen Cactus Jack tonight, Jerry the King Lawler, Sweet Stan Lane, Pretty Boy Larry Sharp, Bulldog Brower. And still, this is the match the fans have wanted to see.
I know personally there were fans from around the country who come in here tonight to see this match here in Blackwood, New Jersey. You got fans here from all over the Eastern Seaboard and some from even across the country to come to see this match tonight.
And if anybody can give you your money's worth in professional wrestling, it's guys like Backlund and Funk.
Yes, indeed.
Funk has made significant inroads into Hollywood, I might add. He has got a television series starting this fall. I believe it's on NBC. And believe it or not, he plays a police officer.
Yeah.
Talk about casting against type. If there's anybody who's a lawbreaker, you're talking about Terry Funk. Now the smile comes back on the face of Bob Backlund.
Yeah, he's in control right now.
Say one thing about Backlund. He really loves this kind of competition. He's a kid who has really liked the rough and tumble, as well as the technical side of amateur wrestling.
And you can see in Backlund's face that he's just so happy to be back inside the ring.
John, it's got to be tough after hearing the roars of thousands of people, especially in places like Madison Square Garden, to be away from that for so many years. And look at the condition of Bob Backlund. He knows he could deal with people like Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage and Roddy Piper, and just about anyone, and Sid Justice for that matter.
And he'd love to get every one of them inside the ring.
All right.
Backlund still showing some bitterness towards the WWF and the other promoters. But Bob Backlund certainly one of the best in the business today, and now a test of strength here. It looks like Backlund is now almost down on his back.
The powerful amateur wrestling neck there of Bob Backlund he has maintained throughout his life, and it looks like he's going to be able to power out of this thing, or at least he intends to do that. Funk with all the leverage in the world.
What a reversal. Beautiful move by Backlund. And he has that side headlock clamped on tight again on Tuxedo Terry Funk.
Tuxedo Terry Funk. It's been so long since he's been called that, and it was such a pleasure to work with him in World Championship Wrestling on our program, Worldwide Wrestling. Would love to do it again someday. And I am sorry to say, John, that Terry Funk is not the man I once knew. A reversal there of the Irish whip, and Funk goes flying, and again, the audio man is getting the worst of it.
I think anybody that's any 5 feet near, he looks like he's going to hit the audio man with a chair now, is threatening him. This is uncalled for.
The best thing for somebody like that is to walk away.
You have to walk away. You can't laugh in the man's face like that, because Terry Funk will take a swing at you and knock you out. Well, he's coming around this way now, and I don't like the look in his eye here.
Now, thank God for small favors, I was going to say, John, that he got in the ring before he reached us. We've got a mic stand here and a can of cola, and Lord knows what else that Funk can use as a weapon.
Well, he was looking down at the table here, so hopefully you're not planting any thoughts in his head. You can move a little bit quicker than I can, Chris.
And I plan to move very quick if Funk comes anywhere near us. Backlund with those forearms. We haven't seen one move that I was always enthralled by. Backlund used to have a finishing move called the cross-face chicken wing.
Oh, yeah.
And if he gets that on Funk, we haven't heard Funk submit, I think, since the I Quit match with Ric Flair a couple of years ago, and I believe it was in Troy, New York.
Troy, New York, yes. That was one of the most exciting matches I've ever seen.
What a surprise that was. And I'll tell you, if that cross-face chicken wing comes into play, if Backlund sets it in on Funk, I think we're going to hear Funk say, I quit or I give, once again. What a surprise, though.
Well, Terry certainly looks no worse from the injury he sustained over in Japan. He looks pretty good.
He had to cut short a very profitable tour in Japan and come back home because that back apparently just went out on him. I was surprised that he had ever signed another match of any kind, let alone against a guy as tough and strong and as aerobically conditioned as Bob Backlund.
Well, he indicated on my program not too long ago, before this match was signed, that he didn't think he would ever step into a ring again. And we were very sad to hear about that, and now we're just happy that he's in the ring, and hopefully this will be a continuance of his career. Hopefully his career will continue on, and because Terry Funk certainly has added a lot, regardless of his style and regardless of his maniacal ways, he's added a lot to the business and the sport of professional wrestling.
Absolutely, and he is powering down Bob Backlund, which is a real surprise. As much of a brawler and a battler and a champion as Terry Funk is, I think even he would acknowledge that he cannot match Backlund's strength. It's just that it looks like he's doing just that at this point.
Yeah. He's certainly applying the pressure now to Backlund and the finger locks, and one of Terry's best weapons also inside the ring, not only his wrestling skills, but his mouth.
As he continues to talk to Backlund, you've got to think of that kind of psychological intimidation. As much of a veteran, as much of a champion as Backlund is, you've got to think that does some kind of psychological damage, John.
Oh, of course, and of course Backlund hasn't been in action. This is like his second match back in several years.
He's been teaching, I'm told, is it a high school in Connecticut?
Yes, high school in Connecticut, and he's working with kids there, training them, teaching them wrestling.
What it must be like to be a wrestling student of Bob Backlund. I mean, is there anything that he wouldn't be able to teach you?
Not at all, not as far as scientific wrestling skills. But Terry, again, is having in a bad position here as Backlund is now on his knees, feeling the pain of this. And Terry screaming, come on, say it, Bobby. I don't think Backlund is going to give up, though. Backlund and Funk here in Blackwood, New Jersey. A great night of wrestling the fans are seeing, and of course, capping it off is this terrific, terrific main event tonight. The Battle of the Legends, Funk and Backlund. The crowd here just totally into this match.
You never could do it, puke. You never were anybody, you stupid bastard.
Funk continuing the verbal assault on Bob.
It's really a sweltering night here at the Camden County Community College Coliseum. We're all sweating just sitting here, John. You can look, you can see really the glistening of the sweat on the bodies of both Funk and Backlund.
Yeah, they're both perspiring immensely here, but most of the fans are as well. Funk with a kick to the stomach of Backlund again. 3 shots now going to the rib area. Referee Scott Dickinson inside, the third man inside that ring.
I'll tell you the ironic thing about it here is that Scott Dickinson, who is also very much a connoisseur of professional wrestling, as well as an excellent professional wrestling referee, wasn't even scheduled to be here. Apparently he was visiting family and friends, heard about the match, dropped by, and he is very close with the promoter, Dennis Coraluzzo.
And here he is in the main event.
And here he is in the main event. You just never know what's going to happen in the world of professional wrestling. I think a perfect example of that, whoever thought Sergeant Slaughter would one day be the World Wrestling Federation champion? Whoever thought Downtown Bruno from Memphis would be a manager in the World Wrestling Federation?
Well, stranger than fiction, a lot of the things that happen in the world of pro wrestling.
Here we go. The first 2 count, 3 count almost of the match there.
Fans now rallying behind Bob Backlund.
It looks, John, like we're going to see the type of mat wrestling anyway, a style almost from the 70s, almost from the 70s and early 80s, before we saw a lot of the high-flying moves and outside the ring activity. These guys are really champions in the 70s mold, and it may end up as a 60-minute match.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It's a breath of fresh air to see 2 wrestlers really applying their craft, wrestling, instead of just throwing someone through a rope and a quick clothesline, and that's it. These guys are in there, man-to-man combat, and they are certainly showing us a style that we haven't seen in quite some time.
Funk is really working hard, grinding in the knee, now to the side of the head there of Backlund. I'm really surprised. Oh, look, all the weight, all of Funk's 200-something pounds, 250 on the side of Backlund's skull, John.
Oh, I can't believe he's doing this. Anything to win the match. That's what Terry Funk is into this match to do, is to defeat Bob Backlund and thwart Backlund's comeback.
John, you've got to think that Terry Funk, who's been wrestling actively for a long time, if he defeats Bob Backlund, Backlund is going to have a lot of second thoughts about his big comeback as Funk goes to work, slapping Backlund around and right back. And the fans don't like this at all, and Funk knows it.
Oh, the more the fans don't like something that Terry Funk does, the more he will do it to agitate them more.
Yeah, they're almost playing right into his hands.
And Backlund certainly isn't enjoying what's happening to him inside the ring right now as Terry continues. We are 20 minutes into this match now.
Is that what he said, 20 minutes into the match?
I believe
so. I'm looking now, and I'm trying to think if there's any time limit to this match. I don't know.
I really don't know myself, Chris. Backlund now attempting to get up once again. Terry Funk has now applied this testosterone, the finger lock on him for a while here. They keep going back and forth with it. And Funk managing. Oh, what a slap to the face that was!
And great camera work. That's from our cameraman who was attacked by Funk.
He could have broken his eardrum there.
Not too long ago. Did he slap him or what?
That's the type of shot to the face that could certainly puncture someone's eardrum. Now Backlund has him back inside the ring, has Funk back inside the ring. Oh, a low blow.
And there we go, right back into this. I'm not even sure we can call it a test of strength anymore. It's just Terry Funk dominating Backlund.
And Funk in the middle of the ring now just laughing and smiling. Backlund certainly trying his very, very best to counteract this move by Terry Funk.
Again, just psychologically speaking, John, I think, frankly, that even Terry Funk would admit that he is close to the end of his wrestling career. Bob Backlund may have another 10 years left. And if he's beaten by Terry Funk, who is in the twilight of his career, as he moves on to Hollywood, he's going to have to think, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I shouldn't come back.
Well, one thing he said to me last week was, if he loses this match, it's going to tell him a lot about the future. Beautiful reversal now by Backlund. And Funk kicks out.
A headbutt there by the goofy Funk. It hurts him as much as it hurts Backlund. He's always known that, and he's always done it. He just kind of loses his composure. And he goes now flat on his back. Backlund wisely moves over for the pin. 2. Funk kicks out. And strongly.
We're getting to the point in this match where both men have got to be feeling the heat. It's got to be at least 90 to 95 degrees here in the building. And they're inside the ring. Who knows how hot it is up in there with the lights on them the way they are. And just the physical activity is taking a toll on both of them.
I think maybe a lot of fans were looking to see, wait a minute. Backlund's won a number of matches with pile drivers like this. He's got Funk way up.
He lands with it. Terry doesn't have enough strength to cover him, though.
Terry, it looks like, is in involuntary contortions or convulsions. 2 and 3. Oh. Funk didn't kick out of that one. He slid out of that one.
Funk was kicking out. It looks like he was trying to kick out, and there was nobody on top.
This is a brutal battle.
5 minutes into the match, 25 minutes.
We see some empty seats in the back. That's not because... Here we go again with another. Well, I thought that was going to be it. Fans in the back have actually moved down to ringside. A lot of them standing up here.
Backlund outside. This is the most dangerous part right here when Terry gets him outside the ring. He just slammed Backlund on top of the head with a chair. This is where Terry Funk is his most dangerous, when he has has an illegal weapon when he uses a chair, when he uses anything he can get his hands on. And he has slammed Backlund over the head with a chair. Referee Scott Dickinson trying to get the chair away from Funk now. And Funk pushes Dickinson down. Dickinson wisely slides outside the ring. Funk now looking for Dickinson. Swung the chair at Dickinson. That could be cause for disqualification right there. Winding up. Backlund rolling up. Funk. 1, 2, 3. It's over.
All-American Bob Backlund!
Backlund has pinned Funk. I don't know that we've seen Funk pinned in a long time.
I can't remember the last time I've seen Terry Funk pinned.
Scott Dickinson should have stayed out of that ring when he could. He's in real trouble now. Funk has nothing to lose. Let's stay with this live action for just a minute. We'll see if we can bring you a replay of that historic pin. Backlund has beaten Terry Funk and beaten him decisively. He's slapping around Scott Dickinson. Again, Backlund is outside the ring celebrating. Oh no!
Oh, don't do this, Terry.
Oh!
He just slammed referee Scott Dickinson on the back with a chair.
Another referee comes in the ring now. He gets the chair out.
Bob Backlund.
All right, we're being told now we can see that replay. We'll come right back to live action. Funk goes for Backlund. Let's take it, John. Go ahead.
He goes for Backlund, misses him with a chair. Backlund rolls him up and then goes into a bridge. And he gets the 3 count on Terry Funk. First time in a while I've seen Terry Funk pin. A victorious comeback for Bob Backlund here. What a match.
Right in the middle of the ring. And fans, we're going to leave you with that action. Chris Cruz for John Arezzi, all of us here at the World Wrestling Alliance, we thank you for